welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. We have just arrived. Gannon has arisen from his puppet wizard, Agnon, and he has gone and turned into a bat and crashed through the roof of this pyramid. So what are we going to do? Oh, we're going to go down there and we are going to kick the snot out of him. I mean, seriously, what else were we going to do? I mean, I can't think of anything. Oh, Gannon! Okay. How do we kill this guy? Nah, just hit him with your sword a bunch of times. I mean, come on. It's pretty simple, isn't it? I have a lot of fairies, so I don't really mind taking damage. And oh. Ah! Okay, down I go. Let's keep it up. Now he will eventually go and start making the floor fall away, but only around the edges of the room, and teleport around a lot. Now this is basically the same guy that we fight in all of the other Legend of Zelda games. Nothing really special about him, other than he's in his pig form. In the later games in the series, you don't always see him in pig form. Sometimes he has a human form. Okay, what's going to happen here is... Oh, okay, he turns silver. Hit him with the silver arrows. What else is going to happen, though, is the torches will start to go out. You turn them back on, and then you hit him with your... hit him with the Master Sword, and then switch to silver arrows. Boom. Unlike in the first Legend of Zelda game, you're going to take more than one arrow to kill him. That, actually, I believe this will do it. There we go. He's dead. A little bit underwhelming if you ask me, but what are you going to do? Oh, okay. Okay, Link has gone and defeated Ganon and claimed the Triforce, and that has allowed all this good stuff to happen again. Wasn't that guy dead? So, what, Link brought him back to life? That Triforce thing is pretty frickin' powerful. I have not been talking to that man. Oh, Link wished for vultures to rule the desert? Okay. Oh geez, they were ugly sons of bitches even before they went to the Dark World. Oh, I thought his uncle was dead. Whatever. Ugh. Takes him a long-ass time to cut these trees down. His name is Flute Boy? I don't get it. What's the relationship between the big fairies and the little ones? Hammers are bigger than you are. Is that his name? I mean, really? Oh, an old man lost on a place called Death Mountain. That seems horrible. Yeah, I wasn't too fond of that guy. He kept stealing my stuff. Don't say forever. Gannon always seems to come back from the dead, kidnap Princess Zelda, and some new Link has to go pull the Master Sword and save the day. I mean, don't say forever. Okay, that was it. That was Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Now, I have to say, now, if this isn't, it is definitely tied for first place with Link's Awakening, the Game Boy game, as my favorite Zelda game. Now, a lot of people would say, like, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, or if you say any of the newer games in the series, I'd have to punch you. But I really did like this game. In fact, it was one of the reasons why I decided I wanted to go and buy a Super Nintendo back when I was a kid. It took me a while to get it, but eventually got this game and I loved it ever since. And I have to say that it was a really good game. I mean, obviously it was a little bit goofy, as you'd expect all of these Nintendo games to be. And I don't know if this really had too much of an influence in the kind of games that you'd seen come after it, but it was definitely a memorable one. And I'm not sure what other people think about this. I think this is one of the ones that have sort of been lost in time, because a lot of people tend to prefer, of the older Zelda games, a lot of people prefer Link's Awakening to Link to the Past. And I guess I can see why. And other people tend to think of the later Zelda games, you know, Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker, as being the best games in the series, and I guess you're entitled to your opinion, but since I'm the one with the microphone here, mine's the only one you're hearing at the moment. Other than that, I did like a lot of the things that they did in here. They took the Zelda formula that we had seen in the original Zelda game, A Legend of Zelda, and they tweaked it far enough, like, they turned it in definitely what you would expect out of a SNES version of Legend of Zelda. I mean, the world that you ran around in was smaller, though, but it felt larger. I mean, the environment's more varied. You had more characters walking around that you could talk to. You had better looking and more varied dungeons. Lots of different little power-ups you can get, and it just felt so much better. But and it is a rather radical departure from Zelda 2. But I wish they really would go back and make another game in the fashion of the... Oh, you know what? In fact, I think they are making a game in this one's fashion. In fact, Link to the Past 2, I think it was called. Jeez. The game, they're making a sequel to this game for the 3DS, I think. Which is kind of funny. I'm not sure how it fits into the Zelda chronology. I'm not too fond of the timeline of the Zelda games. It doesn't really make a whole hell of a lot of sense. They should have just done sort of like a... I mean, they have... All the Zelda games have a Link. Most of them have a Zelda. And you are venturing around to get Master Sword and Triforce and all that kind of crap. But how they fit together as far as a timeline goes is really confusing, and it involves a lot of like alternate realities and all that kind of stuff. But they should have just done a much simpler thing and said, hey, all of these games, they all exist in their own independent universe. That would have made more sense to me. But anyway, I apparently died 4 times while playing this game. And that is the end of Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. If you enjoyed this LP, feel free to take a look at a number of other ones I have on this YouTube channel. So, there we go. It's the end of Zelda. Thank you and goodbye.